think that wooden spoons are about as straightforward as kitchen equipment gets. But take a look at this lineup of 13 different spoons and you'll see a whole bunch of different types of wood and designs. It's less straightforward than you would imagine. So the price ranged from about $4 at a low to $36 at a high. And let me go through a couple of the styles. This one you're going to recognize right off the bat as a wooden spoon, because even our grandmothers would recognize it as a wooden spoon. It's classically shaped. Other ones have a straight edge instead of that rounded edge, like this one. Some of them have the straight edge with an offset corner to get into the corners of the pan. This is actually a Scottish tool called a Spoodle that's designed specifically for stirring porridge. This one is based on that, just a flat stirrer. This one with that notch in the side of the handle is called the lazy spoon because you're meant to rest it right on the edge of your cooking vessel like that. Now, let's start talking about the handles. You would think that the type of wood from which a wooden spoon is made would make a real difference. And we have 5 different types of wood plus bamboo. But testers found that wasn't really the fact. What mattered more was the finish on the wood. Some of them were polished and therefore a little bit slick to hold. Other ones were sanded a little bit rough. They were easier to hang on to, but not comfortable. What testers liked was something in between, something that was sanded smooth so it was both comfortable, but provided some grip to hang on to. The length ranged from about 10 inches at a low to 13.5 inches at a high. That would be this one. And testers gravitated towards the longer handles. They were just more comfortable, provided more leverage. They also liked handles that were simpler, rounded on the bottom, maybe a little flat on the top, because a lot of different testers with different hand sizes and dominances could get comfortable on a handle like that, as opposed to this lazy spoon where you have this big swoop that kind of interrupts your ability to hold it in a bunch of different positions. When you have a simple handle that allows a lot of variety of positions, that's something that people in ergonomics call affordance. It just means it's simple and a lot of people can get comfortable with it. The business end of these spoons is, of course, the head. Testers gravitated towards the ones that had a straight edge like this. It's pretty thin, which made it easy to slip under food and scrape along the bottom of a pan. Not all of them were that thin. You can see that this one is a little wider. It worked, it just felt somewhat clumsier. The other factor that made a real difference with the heads was the width of the edge. Most of them were 2 inches or less, like this one. And that meant that when you were stirring something in a pan, it required more passes to move everything. If you had a slightly wider head, like this, which is 2¼ inches, with a wider head, you can move the material in the pan more efficiently, fewer strokes, which testers appreciated. In fact, this is our winner. We have co-winners, and this is the first one. If you're inclined towards that straight edge, this is the Jonathan Spoon Spoodle. It's got a nice thin leading edge, a comfortable handle. It's a great overall spoon. It's not cheap, it's $28. If you're more inclined towards that classic design, this one is the Phi 13.5-inch Teak cooking spoon. Got a different shaped head, but a lot of the same strengths as the other winner, and it's just $11. So with either one, you're going to be able to stir up something great in your kitchen.
Thanks for watching Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen. So what'd you think?
Leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or just say hi.
Now you can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
Alligator.